Okay.
No problem.
All right. Let me just get share. So I know I had talked to you guys a little bit. I'll get like right into it too. I know I talked to you guys a little bit. You guys are like said you're CS majors, right?
Yeah.
So like that was pretty intriguing to me because I have a bunch of different business ideas that resolve around like computer science stuff or like coding. So I was wondering if you guys would be like interested in this potential opportunity that I wanted to work on with the school. So yeah, let me just get going with this. All right, so pretty much I wanted to create a better safety app for MSU. Just to give a little bit of context, MSU did recently release a safety app. It's called Safe MSU. I don't know if you guys have heard of that. Have you?
Nope. Nope.
Okay. Well, pretty much they have a safety app. I was working on this safety app project like before that though. So that shows that there was a problem and that needed to be like fixed or like supplemented somehow, like solved. So that just kind of validates like the whole idea of a safety app for universities, the fact that MSU actually came out with one. So first I wanted to like state some like reasons that's like a good opportunity in my opinion. So with all like business ventures, there's like opportunity to make money. And this one, I feel there's a lot of potential. I'll get into that later. Improve and acquire new skills in like CS business, teamwork, etc. So like business, computer science skills is like pretty much like project building, right? Like working on new stuff. Add to your portfolio resume. Great experience, use CS and business skills in like the real world. So like this isn't necessarily like a class project. It's like outside of that, like real life type thing. Get the creativity to like build something. Like I don't know. One of the things I like about like engineering specifically, I'm not an engineer, but like I like working with them is like building cool stuff, right? So I think that's pretty cool. We're all young right now. This is like a pretty big thing. So like we're all young right now. We have lots of energy. It's like good amount of time, even though we have school, like we still have like a lot more time. We don't have like necessarily like full-time jobs yet or like a family. So we have a lot of time, energy, less commitments type thing. So it's a good time to like try new stuff, right? And then MSU has a lot of resources. So I'm plugged in with their entrepreneurship ecosystem. So like they have a bunch of different resources. There's this competition coming up. For the first place gets 15K. And then also you can like launch it outside of the competition for a 5K in funding. Obviously it's like a competition, right? So you have to like pitch and go through like series of like stuff, but it's still something like to like look at. There's lots of opportunities with that. So getting into the app a little bit, again to the problem. So the problem, let's read off the slides here, kind of paraphrase. So safety is paramount on life in college campuses and like around the world, right? So like safety is a pretty big problem. And a very important thing, right? That's one of the things colleges pitch their students, right? It's going to be a safe learning environment. That's really important. There's a lot of safety efforts in place, but they don't always address the needs of the community. So problems specifically to MSU, I feel, alerts and emergencies undetected by security and police, right? There's a limited number of people. They can't cover everything. Sometimes their messages are delayed and slowed. They have an outdated communication system. So like they're mailing. So you guys probably get tons of emails. I get tons of emails. It gets lost sometimes. A lot of times students don't even check their email too. So that's like, people don't really check their email as much as they should sometimes. Sometimes there's a lack of locational context. I'll get into that more. That's a big thing that I'm like pretty passionate about for some reason. I love like geo maps and like stuff like that. So like lack of locational context and information in some alerts. Like they could say there's like a shooting, right? But like they may even say like where the hall is or what street is. But if you're like a freshman like us, right? Or like even like a new student, you might not know where that is. Like, yeah, they can say the street, but then you have to go look it up on a map, right? To like get a better context for it. And then I said students can be limited to add to the safety efforts. This is another really big thing that I think differentiates this app from what's currently in place. Okay, so then the solution, I named it UniSafe. This is pretty much a safety app meant to give students the resources for emergencies while also allowing them to play a role in contributing to the safety efforts on campus, right? So some of the key features include, and I'll get into these like more in depth later, quick emergency contact, geo map allowing for alert creation and viewing, user emergency contact information, MSU alert messages, and then MSU resource directory. Obviously these are all subject to change if you guys have developed apps before, like, like some of that process, it's not set in stone yet. These are just like some early stage ideas. Another thing I said to note, so like students already post stuff on social media, right? You guys, whether or not you use social media too much, like social media is a thing. People post stuff on there. So they're already posting like a lot of news. Like I'm on like Yik Yak, Instagram, stuff like that. So people already post stuff that's happening around campus, right? So why not have it in a concentrated place that's monitored and meant for safety rather than being scattered in all the other social media conversations? You guys still with me? Just I don't want to like
totally.
make it like a lecture. If you got, oh yeah, I should have said this. Sorry, I'm sorry if I made it like a lecture. Sorry. If you guys have any questions, like literally ask it, like interrupt me and ask it, right?
Yeah.
Like don't feel free. Okay, so getting into the product a little bit, like what the app is. I'm explaining the feature a little bit more here. So quick emergency contact screen that allows users to call emergency services like with pretty much the click of a button. So that's pretty much accessing emergency contacts like as quick as possible, right? The geo map is like one of the main features. Probably if we had to stick with like one or two key features, this is definitely one of them. This in the alerts. Geo map that allows users to report concerns, alerts and concerns for others to view. So pretty much like a crowdsource, I think it's called, or something where other people can contact post it to one place and like see each other's alerts and their content pretty much. I'll go into that a little bit later too. Pretty much that concept of allowing students to post alerts that they see around campus, right? It allows them to actually contribute to the safety efforts, right? Because right now MSU is the only people who are allowed to do that, right? Which is okay, right? Like we need like a verified source. But right now students are like pretty limited. They have to report a tip, then it has to go through MSU, then it has to go through whoever checks it, and then they have to post it out, right? It's like a large supply. Like you have to go through a chain of people, right? This is pretty much like as direct as possible, right? Which allows for like more real-time, quicker communications and communication among students, which is really important. User emergency contact information, right? So if you're posting an emergency, it'll have your information pulled up so people can contact you or best address your needs. MSU alert messages. So pretty much we're still integrating MSU system of alert messages. So we're not getting away from that. It's very important that MSU like posted their alerts that you know it's like MSU's coming from like the head, whoever it comes from. And that MSU resource directory to like fill like the needs and wants of like resources they may want. That's in the Safe MSU app, which I'm not gonna go too much into, but it just shows things. So like what to do in a tornado, what to do in a fire, stuff like that. So that's what that include. Any questions so far? You guys might have?
No, it sounds good.
Does it make sense? Everything?
Yeah.
Okay, bad. So I'm not the best with Adobe XD, I'm not gonna lie. But I'm trying to get better, right? So these are like some of my quick mock-ups I did. So pretty much on the left, you guys see the far left, right?
Yeah.
This is pretty much like one of the most essential screens here. So this is like in a geo map combined with your location that allows you to post alerts, right? So let's say, for example, so let me explain this correctly. It shows your location on the map as the green location tag here. And then let's say you see, I'll get into this later, like let's say you see a car accident, right? You could click the green plus, right? It would post the alert. So I'll get into this. It would go to this middle screen here and allow you to post the alert. So allow you to put in some text there, allow you to post a picture potentially. These are all subject to change, but this is my thoughts right now. Post a picture, and then it would post directly on your location. So I can actually show you a little bit. Oh, I didn't really practice this, so sorry if I'm like butchering a lot of it. Okay. So let's say you're here, right? You guys see this?
Yeah.
So you'd say, okay, please tell me to program this one. They're not. Okay, I programmed that one. All right, let's say you're here, right? You would see a car accident, let's say. You would click the alert, right? And then you would, this would be the button to post the alert that you want to convey. Then you type your messages here, whatever messages. So let's say car accident. You don't even have to put the location. You can if you want to put it in the text, but like it'll show it on the map. So that's the locational aspect. You put the alert. So let's say car accident, right? You can post a picture of it if you have a picture. And then this will get into potentially another time, but like there's different alert levels, right? So you want to like low, medium, and high, depending on how important the alert is. So then you would post the alert and it would show up on the map, right?
Right.
And this is something for others to view and see. So Let me know if you have any questions about this.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'll make, yeah.
I just wanted to ask, so like say I'm at like a specific location and I see a car crash there, I report it on the map, right? And say after 15 minutes, the issue is resolved. So there has
Yeah.
to be a feature where while the other people are also passing through the area, they can report that, oh, it's not there anymore. Like, how do you get rid of it?
Yeah, no, that's a really good thing. I just want to point out I have 5 pages of ideas for the app. I did not, obviously when
Okay,
you're
okay,
making an app,
okay,
you
yeah,
don't
yeah,
want to I
yeah,
didn't want to like overload it, obviously,
yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah, got it, yeah,
But no, I do have responses for a lot of this stuff because I've been thinking about it for a while, right?
yeah,
Yeah, so there can be some sort of upvote system. Sorry, hold on. There can be some sort of upvote system. I was thinking there's multiple ways to resolve this upvote system where um okay, upvote system pretty much this doesn't I'll get into your questions more in a sec. I need to say this though to set it up. Upvote system. So let's say multiple people see the
yeah,
alert, right?
yeah.
It would upvote it, and let's say that bubble, here, that bubble might become bigger to show more people have seen it, right?
Okay,
This is just ideas for it. Another thing is the alerts could be timed so they could go away after a set amount of time.
okay,
MSU, what I'm hoping to do, I'm obviously we're gonna work with MSU if we can, right?
yeah,
They already have some sort of safety operators, right? Like they have people monitoring that stuff. So it
right,
could also be there. This is probably be very important.
yeah,
There's
yeah,
gonna be someone monitoring the app because I'll get into like people posting fake alerts later too.
that is true,
Um,
yeah.
yeah, so they're gonna be monitoring, so they could probably take it down, right? They're gonna have the admin, whatever controls to do that.
Perfect,
Um,
sounds good, yeah.
yeah, anything else you need to know about that?
No, this was like the first question that popped in my head, so I had to ask.
Yeah, no, thanks for asking actually. Also like let me know if I'm being like too like robotic or like not presenting well.
No, you're fine, man.
Everything is
Okay.
very good.
Okay. Um, yeah, so let me go back into this. All right, so the middle, these screens are subject to change, like I said, but it's my ideas right now. The middle screen, this could actually be on the left over here, depending on what we want screen to show first, right? So when you open the app, this is what I thought about, because UI and UX is like really important, right? In my opinion, at least, you might want the phone screen to pull up immediately so that let's say like I'll go into this later too. Let's say if someone's like following you, you need to call the police immediately. You want that to be the first thing to pull up, right? You don't want to have to look for it. So
Right.
it could just default to showing this first and then the map, depending on what we want, to show up first or what's most important. That's just an idea for that though. But pretty much this is just one touch emergency contacts. On the right here, so I can go in this a little bit. This is pretty important, right? So when you post an alert, it'll show up your profile, like who posts the alert, right? So people can best contact you. So let's say your bike was stolen, right? And then somebody finds your bike, right? You would have your, like, hopefully you'd have your phone number on here, right? They could potentially contact you and say, hey, your bike. Now there could be problems with this, right? You don't want to just give out any random people
Yeah, I
information.
mean, I think like email should be the safest option, I guess. Like people wouldn't
Yeah,
mind.
so I'm not exactly sure. If you guys want to work on this weekend, like obviously I love to talk about this stuff. So like what to do. I love entrepreneurship idea stuff. Maybe like not all these are going to be required. I also had make these public to everyone, yes or no. Just some ideas to keep a like sense of security. You don't want people feeling uncomfortable, right?
Yeah.
So you want them to be comfortable. So there's ideas about that. You don't have to put everyone. Have their ID here, maybe not. Those are just ideas for that. Any questions about that?
No, you're good.
You good, Shub?
Yeah.
Also, if I pronounce you guys' names wrong, please correct me because like I don't wanna get them wrong. If you have any questions about my name too, like feel free to ask.
Yeah.
Okay. This is just an example. So like MSU resources here on the left. So just like some resources. I actually kind of copied these from MSU, the current MSU Safe app, because I just didn't know what other resources we would need, but like that was just pretty much a placeholder for whatever resources. That's not the main focus of the app anyway.
Yeah.
And then reported tip. That's just an example of the screen over here. Excuse me. Let me actually show you something too. Because I slightly changed the mock-up like over time because I was editing it. Do I have it on the screen? I can just tell you though. So pretty much on this screen, right? Instead of this, I actually had like a person icon. So this icon down here. And that let you click on that to actually see their profile. Let me, if you guys don't mind. Also, like, how much time do you guys have? So I don't want to take up too much of your time
So you're fine, man. We're not doing anything right now. But
with the time.
yeah, we got time.
Okay, bet. This is like my original mockups. Actually working on this in a class project a little bit, but I obviously want to go further than the class project to make it an actual thing. So like this was initial thing.
Oh, okay.
I programmed this decently well. So you go like this, right? Create the alert, emergency alert, boom. It'd show up, let's say, oh, it's supposed to show up here, but let's say you want to check out somebody else's alert, right? Someone else posted something.
Yeah.
Click it, boom, car stolen on Grand River. You see where it is on the map, shows you how far it is away from you, shows you the type of alert.
Okay, I have a question.
Yeah.
Question. So
Yeah.
say on the same location, say 1.5 miles away, the Grand River
Yeah.
one, say 2-3 more people reported something else. So
And-
will the circle remain the same? Because if it will not, then it'll be crowded, like wouldn't make sense, right? So like there will be only
Yeah,
one.
so I actually have this on my
Okay.
so for this one, for example, so I put all these two together, right? Because you have, I didn't think about this. Okay, you have all these two together, right? Because that's because you're in a somewhat zoomed out view, right?
Yeah.
If you zoomed in this more, so let's say I zoomed this more, it would show you more specifically the location. Make sense?
Okay. Yeah.
Unless they were directly on top of each other, which
Yeah.
could happen, right? And that's where an upvote system could come into place, depending on what we'd want to do. But there's
Yeah.
like solutions to get around that, right?
Right.
Any questions about that?
No, that's fine.
Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And then getting back to what I was saying about this. Oh man, I have a bunch of screens open. Okay, this one, say you see someone else's alert, right? Then you'd click like this, let's say, and it would show you their info, the contact number, or do whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, then we got that. All right, getting back to the presentation. So I do have a scenario here. I don't know, do you guys want me to read it to you, or do you just want to read it? I literally did it pretty quick, but I just think it gives like a decent sense of how it works.
You go ahead. You can tell us what it like.
Okay, bet. So imagine you're walking home from like MSU, like football. You guys call it football, right? Or soccer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, imagine you're walking home from MSU football game, right? By yourself. And you go to get your expensive new bike, right? You just got a new bike and you find it stolen, right? So you look around for who could have stole it, but you can't find it. So, I mean, that sucks, right? So unfortunately, there's no quick way to report this. I mean, you probably have to call the police, file some sort of police report, security report with MSU, right? Because after looking for it a little bit, I mean, you're not going to go look all around campus. And the police are obviously in MSU security. They're busy with other things, right? So, I mean, they might get back to you soon. They might not. I mean, they have other things going on. The bike's probably not on the top of their priority list, right? So you're kind of just in the dark a little bit about that. Luckily, though, you have this app UniSafe, right? And you post the theft and the details on the app. So then you're forced to walk home without a bike, right? Since your bike got stolen. As you're walking back, you notice a strange hooded figure following you, right? Excuse me. You don't necessarily feel safe, and you don't want them to follow you back to your dorm, right? You don't want them knowing where you live. You don't know who they are. This seems potentially suspicious, right?
Yeah.
You then quickly post on UniSafe detailing your situation, and then right after you call the police. These could be vice versa as well, depending on what you want to do. But let's just say you do that. Post on UniSafe, then call the police. As you're calling the police, the figure notices this and goes off in the opposite direction because they don't want to be caught, right?
Yeah.
Or further identified. 5 minutes later, you then receive a call from the MSU police saying they're able to catch the man, do the real-time geolocation alert on UniSafe detailing the encounter, right?
Yeah.
They say you're able to bring awareness to other students in the area using the app to further allow them to stay safe from the potential threat, right? So not only did you notify the police, right, but you notified other students, staff in the area so they can be aware of it too, right? Leading to helping catch the potential threat, right? And then 5 minutes after that, you receive a call from a student saying they found your bike abandoned outside of IM West, right? And then you contact MSU PD and are able to locate and properly receive your bike. And then MSU PD would deal with the possible repercussions of the theft whatever, but that's their business, right? We're not here to enforce that. We're just here to, post alerts, bring awareness around safety, allow people to contribute to it. And then all these problems were able to be effectively handled using the app UniSafe. This is not have been possible with the current safety app / system in place. I don't know why I wrote in safe. Okay. All right. Any questions about that?
No, that was good.
Okay, bye. All these last couple of slides are just like, it's not really much. We actually got through most of it. So like some strategic partnerships, MSU PD, MSU Security, Alert Communications, News, East Lansing Police, and then like student orgs, colleges, events for like marketing and awareness of the app.
Right.
So business model. So you guys can I call you guys engineers, or what do you guys like to go by? Computer science?
Whatever you're comfortable with, man. Whatever you're comfortable with.
Okay, let's just say engineers, right?
Yeah.
So are you guys familiar with like business at all? Like, do you guys have if you have any questions about this part, just let me know.
Okay.
So pretty much the main business model is going to be B2B to C, meaning we like sell it to MSU first, right? And then they give it to the users. We're students, we're the users. So the student, okay, this is how I was thinking about it. So if you see the diagram down here, I explained it. So this company sells stuff to Home Depot, and then the consumers, regular people buy stuff from Home Depot, right? So pretty much, let's say this, right? We sold the app to MSU for, let's say, $5 per student, right?
Right.
And then MSU is charging the students via their tuition, right?
Right.
So technically the students are paying for it, but MSU, because MSU, does that make sense? Because MSU gets the money from the students to then pay us.
Yeah.
Right? Make sense?
Yeah.
And then I would say the best business model, and this is like a common business model used in other like education, pretty much selling to like colleges, universities, schools, stuff like that. It's on like a per user basis. Assuming we have around 50K users, so that would include the student staff of MSU. Excuse me. This is drawing out my voice way more than I thought for some reason. Okay. And then this can range from like $1 to $50+ based on their willingness to pay, right? I have no idea how much they'd be willing to pay for something like this, because they don't really disclose like information like this. So like I don't even know what the basis off of. So this is probably like we'd have to talk to them, obviously, right? Just see what they'd want to do.
Right.
And from my entrepreneurship class, we talked about it a little bit. They'd probably pay us in like monthly increments because they're not going to pay like all the money up front, which is fine, right?
Yeah.
And then probably build per semester, because that's when they charge like tuition, right? So per semester basis. It's like twice a year generally. Some more stuff, some other revenue models, right? If you guys are familiar.
I have one question about the previous business model.
Yeah.
So like what I'm getting from this business model is that once the app is made, we basically give it to MSU. So say they do have some sort of maintenance requirement, are we liable towards that, or they're gonna fix it themselves? Because we've already.
But say they have some. Can you repeat that real quick?
Yeah. So say they have some maintenance requests, right?
Yeah.
So are we supposed to provide the maintenance, or since we've like completely sold it off, so it doesn't really concern us anymore? How's it gonna work like that?
It depends what we want to do. So let's say we're all a team, right? It depends what we want to do. So we can, and I have ideas. So let's say you go to MSU, right? I'm just setting up to answer your question. Let's say we go to MSU, right?
Yeah.
Oh, then U of M's looking at it. Then Wayne State's looking at it, right? So you could scale that way if you want to become like not just MSU, like if that's how you want to scale. And that's where I was talking about. You can make a bunch of money, right? Because imagine if you got like one university per state, for example. Like don't get into that. Let's just worry about
that is
MSU.
way ahead in the way. That is
no, I know. I'm just giving you like visionary stuff.
Yeah.
What's it called? But like MSU, the maintenance request. So it depends what you want to do, right? I would think, like, what do you mean by maintenance problem? Like,
I mean, say they think that there's something that needs to be added to the app after 1 year of usage, because that is a possibility, right? Once you start using it, you have to figure out something.
Oh yeah. No, like glitches, bugs. Yeah.
So
what would you want to do?
I think we should be doing that, because like we're first students of MSU, and I mean it kind of.
I agree. That's how That's how you improve the app. And guess what? Let's say
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm like a visionary with some stuff, so I'm just gonna explain to you how I'm feeling about it, which I think that's a good thing because you have to think about the future, right? To get excited.
Yeah.
Um, let's say MSU, oh, it's working really well, but we want to add more features. So guess what? Then we can like yank up the price.
Okay. Yeah.
Also, I have like freaking 5 pages of ideas here with like stuff
Right.
we could add.
Right.
I was actually talking with my dad about it because he's pretty interested in like entrepreneurship and stuff too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, excuse me. Okay.
Yeah.
One thing could be like, let's say you get an alert, right? Let me go back to markups. Let's say you get an alert, right? And you're here and the alert goes here.
Yeah.
Based on your proximity to the alert, it could have like a different like effect on your notification. So but if you're really close to the alert, it could like, I don't know how much you guys know about like app development and stuff, but like I've dabbled in it a little bit with like some other people. You can have like alarms on your app, Amber Alert type stuff, and just regular notifications.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Jeez, oh Pete. Okay. If you're like really close, you could maybe get. We don't want to make it too crazy, and this is something we can always talk about, like some sort of like loud alert, like an Amber Alert type thing.
Mm-hmm.
If you're all the way over here, you don't need that necessarily. You might just get regular notification. Just like ideas like that. I have a bunch of them on here. Also like ways to incentivize users, like gamifying it, giving them like a safety score, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Any questions about that?
Also, so this is not related to the idea, but would you be open to like say adding 1 or 2 new members to the team? Because like we have um like basically our suite mates that are also in computer science, and I think they can be a great addition to the team if you're fine with it.
I would not be opposed. Like I actually like love talking to new people, right? And like talking to them. I would not be opposed at all. What's it called? You said are they freshmen too?
Yeah, like but one of them, so like he's had great experience with coding already, so I think that could be helpful.
Yeah, what's it called? I will say this though. I've done like a little bit of research and that's what we talk about. As soon as you get to teams like bigger than 4, it sometimes becomes problematic, right? So let's say you guys are all engineers, right? And no offense, but I like prefer another like business person, let's say, if possible, but I'm not gonna complain, right? I can do stuff. But let's say you have 6 engineers, right? Who the heck's making the decisions? Like, I don't know. Like when you get teams that big, it's like I'm not opposed to it. It's just the success rate goes down usually. But like you said, they're good at coding, or you said they could add value, right?
They're like really close friends, so I don't think there would be a problem with the decision part. I guess I'm just saying like.
Yeah, no, that's cool. Thank you for bringing that up though. Like I'd rather you like say that than like not, right? I would definitely not be opposed. Do you think they'd be interested in it?
I think so.
Okay, cool.
And also, like you don't have anything to worry about because for us, more like this would be more like a project, right? Because we also want to learn stuff. So I don't think there will be like a lot of clashes between decisions and stuff. Because, I mean, like whatever you put forward right now sounds kind of nice, and I think we can easily like just like moving forward, we can work on it like smoothly, I guess.
Yeah, so what's it called? Let me just think. Boom, boom. We should probably talk about that like a little bit later. Like, let me get to this and we talk about it after. But like, thanks for bringing that up though. Appreciate it.
No problem.
So like some other revenue models. These I don't really recommend because selling it to the school, like for one, if the school has it, they're not gonna want ads and everything.
Ads can really ruin your.
No, yeah, like these are just like ideas, but
yeah,
they're not recommended as I wrote.
What do you mean? Like, how do you put affiliate marketing into this? Like, what do you mean?
Do you know what that is?
Yeah, I know. I have done a little bit of business studying.
Yeah, no, that's really cool. For example, so let's say we could have, let's see, what is something, I don't know, let's say MSU released a freaking new like shirt or something that says like tuck coming, right? Something like that. Yeah. We could post that in the app, and then students buy that shirt from the link. We get a commission.
Okay, that is smart.
But like I don't really recommend that since
it goes against your whole idea of the app theme, basically. I mean,
well, yeah, we don't want to so with business, right? You want to like have a brand, and that's like really important, right?
Yeah, and anyway, like not. I mean, when you do expand it maybe then, but not initially, because that would go against the whole theme, right?
Yeah. Plus, that's like not the main use of the app. So yeah. Also, so competition, right? So this is pretty important. Let me get back in slideshow mode. So MSU just recently released a safe app called Safe MSU.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, okay, it's good, but like obviously what I want to do is like way like, as I described, it's like a real-time geolocation. Like that's like my whole like point about it. And this one's like it's more basic, pretty much. It's more simple. It's not horrible, but it's not something to brag about. It's not something. I mean, yeah, MSU's gonna post it thinking it's all good. In my opinion, though, like I've talked to some other students and they're just like, they don't even. Most people don't even know about it either.
Yeah, I didn't.
And plus, like this was developed. What's up?
We didn't know about it too.
Yeah, I didn't know about it either.
I know about it because like I'm like on top of this stuff, but like I know a lot of people don't.
Yeah.
What's it called? Also, the people who make this, they said it was developed in consultation with students, staff, whatever. They can just say that. This would actually be developed by students, right? Like we're actual students. That adds to the story, adds to like the whole brand, right?
Yeah,
that's like pretty big. This is developed by a professional company that does this. They also did this one down here. They kind of have like a monopoly on this too, which is a good and bad thing. It means there's room for opportunity because they make a lot of their apps the same.
Yeah, they're like a
and they're not
modern. They're just
and they're not gonna start doing some crazy feature like we're gonna do. Like it's not crazy as in bad, but like what's it called? Like innovative, you could say, very innovative. I miss you like some other things, like there's like some other like security apps, but again, like nothing. I downloaded a bunch and tried out, right? That's a big part about business and stuff. None of them like stood out to me necessarily.
So you know like the biggest selling point or the differentiating point would be the geolocation, right? Because like that is something.
Yeah. So
like
if I had to narrow it down to like one feature, right? That's literally that's the feature.
Yeah.
That's like the whole thing, right? That's like that's the differentiating factor.
Yeah.
I kind of just like said why their current app's not good. You want me to go through that real quick? I'll go through that. Some other competitions, other safety apps on which shows their safety system. So pretty much, I said like the UI is not horrible, but the UI and UX, but it's like it's not anything to like brag about. As I said, nothing crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Low awareness of the app among students is proven by talking to you guys, right? You guys didn't know about it. Relevant safety news is not always clearly and effectively portrayed within the app. It's like at the top of the app. I don't know if you guys can download it if you want later. I don't know if you want, but like it has like MSU like news feed, but it's just showing like random news. So like random stuff on Twitter. It doesn't have anything to do with safety, which makes no sense to me.
So it is not monitored basically. It is irrelevant.
This is what I think happened. I think what's it called? I think they asked the company to buy it, right? Or they asked the company to make it. I feel like they did it more just to have it rather than actually making something that's like useful.
Right.
And I said like the big thing is like, alert could say, but like the locational context is pretty important. And like it doesn't always detail it effectively, in my opinion. They got better with that though. When I originally did some of these things, like, do you guys remember that guy who went missing?
Mm-hmm.
It's like nobody knew about that. Like they didn't not know, like they didn't handle that properly. So like this would like help with that. And then I think they do have push notifications, but they don't really have any advanced alerts, which we could look into. I'm not saying that's what we need to do. Yeah. But it's pretty basic is what I'm saying.
Right.
Why we're better. So let me just move this Zoom thing. So pretty much like we're actually like students developing it, not a company who like does it for a bunch of colleges, so we can personalize it and get feedback from like students, and like we're students, like we have a way different perspective than a company who's not even on campus, right?
Right.
We could develop like clean and effective like UI and UX for the users, stuff that people actually would want to use.
Mhm.
And then another like big selling point, not only with like the geolocation stuff, but like it allows students to like actually participate. Like that's like the biggest thing, right?
Right.
Like that, like it not only like it fosters a sense of community, but it makes students like feel involved. That could be a huge thing for the brand too. Like
Right.
community building, allows students to be involved. Like it allows students to pick up on stuff that MSU can't, stuff like that. This isn't like my list of ideas, but one cool thing could be after analyzing the data collected from users, it could have you show like different safety areas on campus. It could rank different areas on campus based on the safety, based on the time of day, stuff like that. Could be really cool stuff. Or it could have a feature where like it shows you like the safest way to walk home after an event or something. Some cool stuff like that. I have a bunch of ideas for. Those are all in the future though. I don't know if you guys care for this stuff, but like marketing. So like email marketing, because MSU like has all of our emails.
I've actually had a little experience with social media marketing before. Like I've done it like
Yeah.
in high school. Yeah.
Okay, bet. Sorry, you went to high school in India, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, nice. Have all of you guys done that or like just you?
No. I'm just talking about myself.
All right, just wondering. Cool. So like email marketing, because MSU has all of our emails, right? They can push something. Have it displayed at MSU events, right? So like at the there's a basketball game today. They could have like some announcement or something like that. They could mandate it, right? That's pretty aggressive, but you know, they could mandate it.
Yeah.
Which honestly would not be the worst idea, because then it allows everyone to at least have it, which is like they don't have to use it, but like at least receiving like updates on it, like notifications. I don't know.
Right.
RAs could talk about it. Different departments in the colleges could talk about it just at like their events. Social media. We should definitely have a social media page. Have it featured on MSU social media, stuff like that. Like they're already doing that right now for their app currently. But like again, the problem is like their app's like has some problems, in my opinion. Doesn't really solve the need as well as it could. And then I talked about like gamifying the app. So I thought this would be really cool. So like let's say you check the app. Let's say you get one score each day you check the app, right?
Right.
So by logging into the app, checking it, just like real quick, right? You get like, let's say 1 point added to your score. That could allow you to earn like prizes, raffles, rewards for like checking the app. So it gives people an incentive to like use the app actually and like check it at least.
Right.
Another, for an example, an award could be like, let's say you check the app 6 out of 7 days of the week, right? You could get a free combo, like stuff like that.
Oh yeah, that's smart.
Yeah. Just to bring up engagement. Concerns with the app. So like maybe too complicated for users to use and understand. What if students are trolling or pasting fake alerts? This is one of the biggest like arguments.
Yeah.
How can we guarantee students will use and find this app useful? So pretty much like my solutions to those concerns could be, I know you guys can read it, but I'll still say it. I'm just trying to figure out a good place to put my freaking camera to read it. Let me do this. Okay, there we go. With feedback from students, the app can give them fast access to all the features. Sorry, let me see what I'm even talking about. Okay, it's too complicated. So pretty much there's going to be like a learning curve probably, but like the learning curve's worth it. Like there's nothing, a lot of things that have a learning curve, it's because like it's like actually like important usually. And if you make the app too simple, then is it really going to be worth it? Like it might be. So it's not going to be too complicated, but at the same time, you might not understand it like the first go around. But that's actually a good thing though, because if it's too easy, then like they're not even going to find it necessarily useful potentially.
Right.
What if students are trolling, pasting fake alerts, right? So you can't really stop anyone from doing this, but they're going to be linked to their MSU account, right? So they're putting themselves at risk. I don't know. People are in college, right? This isn't high school. People aren't messing around like they used to. They actually like, they don't want to get kicked out necessarily. So they're probably not going to be doing that. If they are, there's obviously going to be like MSU administration or some sort of verified user operator for the app, right? MSU is going to deal with that. Who's going to be able to look at that stuff and be like, okay, we're going to take this down. And then if needed, they could like take action because your information, I was thinking your information is going to have to show up to like the MSU, like admins or operators, I'm calling them. But because like that just holds a sense of accountability.
Yeah.
How can we guarantee students will use it? So while you can't really guarantee anything, but I think we have a lot of advantages, right? So we're students ourselves. I know some people I could like talk to them, get like some like we get like market feedback before we go too crazy and develop it. So develop some sort of MVP, right? You know what that is? Minimum viable product. Get some feedback, like actual feedback. I don't know what MSU got, how they got their feedback, probably surveys, right? We could have actual people like try out some prototype of the app. They could try out even my thing that I freaking made, even though it's like very, very early stage. But there's stuff like that. How can we guarantee they'll use it? I mean, we can offer incentives, right? That's the best you can really do.
That's what I was gonna say.
Incentives, make them aware, right? Like it doesn't help anyone if they don't even know the app exists. So make them aware, offer incentives, stuff like that. For another crazy incentive, I was thinking they did this for like the I don't know. I think that is for the vaccine, at least here and stuff like that. There's some sort of like money lottery. I'm not saying that would be like the first option for incentives, but that is an incentive, right? Like let's say if you download the app and let's say use it for a certain amount of time, you get entered into a lottery at the end of the semester where you could win up to like $5,000. Obviously, we would adjust that within our budget of how much we're being paid for the app, so we can like actually run the business and don't go bankrupt from freaking giving away all of our money. But like, you know, stuff like that, another incentive.
Right.
The team right now, just me, looking to add more people, obviously. Oh, development. So this is the stuff that you guys are probably going to be more knowledgeable on, right? I said it should be very doable with the right team. I'm not exactly like I say that I'm not a coder. So obviously that's where you guys would like tell me like what's actually doable. I said like make sure everyone's committed, right? So like I feel like that's pretty important in a team. You want to be able to trust each other, make sure you're committed. So some resources, so like coding languages. I only base this off of like, I don't know if you guys have different like coding languages or like whatever you guys would think would be best to build it. But I said like Python, React Native, Swift. Like I know Python, React Native, they're cross-platform. I was looking into Python actually. You guys mentioned that to me. Do you know what this is?
Beware, right ones. I think I've seen this before. But I think I know
with,
like what you
this and it allows you to like develop like cross OS.
Yeah.
Because also I was thinking it probably is gonna have to be on iOS and Android, which potentially more work, obviously, but we'll see. APIs and SDKs for like Mapbox and other helpful resources. I'll show you Mapbox in a second. GitHub IDE environments, which I'm sure you guys are familiar with, hopefully.
Right.
Backend stuff, so like you know what Firebase is, MySQL, stuff like that.
Yeah.
MSU Burgess Institute resource and members. So like I'm in their ecosystem, right? So one really cool thing about MSU, right? We have a huge connection of alumni, right? I'm sure there's someone else there who's done something tech or apps. I could try to get connected with them and actually talk with them and have them like mentor and actually help us. If not, I'm already in contact with a bunch of people, like much like professors and like resources there I could talk to. I'm actually like meeting with a lady like next week to like talk about this idea and another idea I potentially have. Gas Business Library. It's like they pay like thousands and thousands of dollars for like the most up-to-date business data in the world. So like that's a big thing. And then they also have more resources too.
That's kind of nice.
In the Gas Business Library, I'm not sure if that's only available to business students, but I know that's only available to like MSU students and other colleges. So like that's like real good information there. So then cost, right? So like there's cost of things, but I was thinking we're not like outsourcing a developer, right? Like you guys, like we're gonna be like developing as a team. So like in-house development, right? So it's probably gonna be more sweat equity. I'm not like paying you guys to develop, but like you guys are part of the team, right? Like we're working as a team. So it's probably not gonna be like traditional development costs, right? Like that. But like some other costs could be like legal, so like privacy policy, terms of service, trademark. Like the development itself, we'll see what we have to do with that. Mapbox, SDKs, and other outsourced resources. Like submitting it to the app in Google Play Store, which isn't too expensive, but it's still something to think about. The marketing, time, like opportunity cost, if you're familiar with that concept.
Yep.
And then other unexpected costs. Now I do have some golden milestones here. Is there any questions so far? I forgot to say that for a minute.
No, it's good.
Okay, bet. So some goals and milestones. This is the last slide. I created these on a whim, right? So obviously these are just my thoughts at the second. But so like build a team who's passionate, competent, wants to make this happen, right? pretty important. Talk with MSU and make sure they have a strong interest. So I actually tried to already email and talk to MSU, but let's say like we get like the team together, right? Like I don't know who exactly wants to do it yet. That's like a much bigger thing than me just going alone, right? And saying, because then they're gonna be like, oh, how are you even gonna do this if you don't know how to code, right?
Right.
But like if I have like a team, like let's say you guys like do this and like you guys aren't like committing to like any like development yet, but like the fact that you guys would be willing to do it, right? That's like that pretty much adds like credibility to what I'm saying, right? You can't just say, oh, I'm just gonna somehow make the app. Like, no, like you guys, like the actual team's there. Narrow down and decide what the app will be. So we're probably gonna have to, if you guys want to do this, probably gonna have to talk about the development process, which is fine. Like that's the thing I want to do, right? Talk about the app, like what core features we want.
Right.
And then as we start developing, right, it's really important that we get feedback from students, staff, police, etc., to like make the app like what they want, right? A really big concept in business is listening to your consumers, right? You can make the best thing in the world, but if nobody wants it, like, okay, like you have to make sure they want it and they'll actually use it. So we're gonna be talking to like not only students, but like MSU police. I'm probably gonna end up doing a lot of that stuff depending on like who's gonna have what roles. But like that's just like what for right now. My thoughts with that. Work with the MSU Burgess Institute. They have a competition coming up. I have to submit stuff by the 31st. But I'd like to get like things wrapped up before then. 15K is like the first place. I think like 10K is the second place. So like there's like awards for like money to like stuff for startups pretty much. And stuff like that. What else did I write? Keep in contact with MSU. So like once we start working on them, keep in contact with them, obviously work towards securing. So this would be like my first like official like startup type thing. Obviously, like probably all of ours too, right? So there's obviously like learning that goes on, which is a good thing, right? Like we want to learn, want to get better. So I don't know exactly like the order of all these, but I said like secure a deal with MSU to buy services. I don't know when that would happen, but like that would happen sometime, business talks. I'll keep working on app, maintain, improve, and possibly add new features. So this goes back to like one of your first questions, right? I would still want to be engaged with it to make it better. And then if maybe later potentially branch out or do other things with it, like make it good, right?
Right.
I said expand to other schools, see if they have an interest. Scale while integrating app with other school systems, make a lot of money, learn a lot of things, and have fun. Any questions on like anything?
No, but like since you've recorded this, could you also send us the recording? So like because Shrey was not.
No, yeah, that's actually one reason I'm happy I'm recording it. So yeah.
So what I suggest is that like now that we know the basic idea of what is going what, maybe Shrey and me should like we can discuss how exactly are we gonna go about it, like how do we begin stuff, and then like maybe like in a few days get back to you with exactly what we propose, like from the tech perspective of how do we get this started, like what is the basic foundation of the stuff.
Yeah, for sure. That sounds amazing. So like does it look like good to you? Like do you have like somewhat of an interest?
Yeah. Like I'm down. I think both of them are down too. Will be maybe.
Cool, sounds great. I can end the recording here, or I can like answer any last questions, anything.
So the Word document that you have, can you send us that Word document?
With all these?
Yeah.
I mean, if you're not like really comfortable with that, yeah, that's what I thought. You can at least share the slideshow that you have, if that's fine.
Yeah, so like, okay, I'm just gonna say this right now. So I've like kind of developed an app in the past, kind of, but I was like working with someone who I didn't know. But like you guys are MSU students, right? So like I like trust you guys. As long as you guys trust me, right? It's a two-way street.
Yeah, I totally get it. We just met. Yeah, I get it, man. That's
yeah. No, I don't mind sharing. I just like I spent a lot of time on
for
this
starters.
though.
If you're not really comfortable, the video should be fine for starters.
Yeah, no, yeah, you'll have access to video.
Okay, that's good. That's perfect.
Yeah,
because basically you covered everything in the video, and we can look back at it and discuss different things. So that's fine.
okay, bet.
But like, do you have any other like a platform where we can talk and like not Snapchat? Like, do you have?
Yeah, do you have Discord?
Yeah, Discord is perfect. Yeah,
Discord. Yeah, Discord. I was gonna say like I should probably actually get your guys' like actual numbers eventually.
Yeah,
but we can like. Do you have like your Discord?
Yeah. Well, we can share it on your. We can share.
You
it
can just put it in like the
Snapchat. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Oh, sounds good.
I'm gonna stop the recording, stop the share.
Yeah.
Any last things before you guys want to go?
No, perfect.
All right. Let's see. Anything else I want to say? Oh yeah, just know that like I'm like really passionate about business, right? So like I'm like serious. So like if you haven't like I spent like a good amount of time like thinking about all this stuff.
I can see that. Well, we can see the efforts in the yeah.
Yeah. So like let me know if you have any questions, but like I'm excited to work on this type of stuff.
Perfect. Yeah, we're excited too.
All right, bet. All right, I'm gonna end the meeting.
Okay.
Have a good day,
Yeah.
guys.
See you, man. Okay.
Yep.